In this video, we are going to show you the top 5 best capture cards 2025. Capture cards are essential tools for recording and streaming high-quality video from devices like gaming consoles, cameras, or PCs. They enable seamless transfer of footage to a computer for editing or live broadcasting. Ideal for gamers, content creators, and professionals, capture cards ensure smooth, high-resolution video capture with minimal latency. I'm trying to list those based on price, quality, and more. Subscribe now, hit that bell, and never miss a product's review. Number 5. AGP-Tech HDMI/YPBPR Recorder HD Stream whatever you want. With the rapid growth of the gaming industry overall and the cybersports division in particular, it probably wouldn't surprise anyone that the idea of live streaming has become almost synonymous with sharing your video gaming experience online. And although gaming channels make up for the absolute majority of content on live streaming websites like Twitch and YouTube, that doesn't necessarily mean that streaming your gaming experience is the only way to go. Despite how fun video games can be, not everybody enjoys playing these kinds of games, so it comes as no surprise that not everybody enjoys watching other people play video games either. Twitch alone has a variety of non-gaming related sections for those viewers that aren't necessarily interested in watching other people play video games and those streamers that don't have the desire to play them for an audience. There's your IRL section where people are encouraged to share any experience outside of the realms of virtual space, a talk show section where people enjoy discussing video games more so than actually playing them, and the last but not least, the creative section. The latter one is home to some of the most talented people on that website, ranging from artists sharing their drawing experience to musicians performing in front of a huge audience online. Some individuals even stream television series and anime shows in order to share that experience with a loyal group of followers. Now, no matter which one of these groups of people you belong to, one of the few things they have in common is that they all need a capture card in order to be able to stream their experience with great comfort and solid quality. Luckily, the AGP-Tech HDMI/YPBPR Recorder HD is capable of satisfying the needs of every streamer regardless of what they're intending to share with people online. Just hit the record button. Number 4. AverMedia Live Gamer Portable Full HD. It's more fun than you thought. The live streaming industry has been growing at a ridiculously exponential rate, and just the cybersports division of it is expected to achieve a global revenue of over $1 billion in less than 2 years. But despite the growing popularity, the concept of watching other people play video games instead of playing them yourself still seems to elude a pretty large portion of the population. And it's not like they don't have a point, since playing video games is a lot of fun, and the idea of letting somebody execute that fun part for you appears to be somewhat counterintuitive to the casual eye. But if you actually decide to look into it and consider the potential benefits of watching somebody play your favorite video game instead of doing it yourself, there's a good chance you might realize that it isn't as dull as you may think. First of all, some people are simply a lot better than you are at any given video game, and the idea of watching somebody apply his impeccable skill into the cyber world is not entirely dissimilar to enjoying an NBA match between some of the best basketball players on the planet. But if the host of a channel isn't better than you are at a particular video game, or said video game doesn't even excite you, there's still a good chance you can enjoy the experience of watching the person play that video game simply due to his relatable personality, the ability to engage his viewers, or any other redeeming quality. Last but not least, even if the idea of watching somebody play video games still doesn't seem all that appealing to you, that doesn't mean that everyone shares your mindset. Streaming itself can prove to be a great source of entertainment and a great place to meet new friends and share some of the most fun experiences of your life with a group of loyal followers. The world of live streaming is going to keep on developing and growing in popularity, and with the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable Capture Card, you'll have a chance to stand at the forefront of this development. Number 3. Roxio Game Capture HD Pro. Your streaming journey is about to begin. To some people, the concept of streaming your own gaming experience to a potentially large variety of viewers seems like the kind of idea that they simply cannot wait to engage in. And although other groups of people may find this endeavor as or possibly even more exciting, not all of them are necessarily as eager to take that first step. Obviously, one of the things that stops some of these people is simple shyness. No matter how tiny your potential audience may be at the start, the idea of opening yourself up to criticism of strangers on the internet rightfully terrifies certain individuals. The other factor stopping potential streamers is self-doubt. Some of them feel like they aren't good enough at the particular game or just video games in general, and the anxiety of failing in front of an audience is too much for them to handle. Others don't necessarily feel like exceptionally interesting individuals capable of entertaining an audience based on their personality, sense of humor, or the ability to interact with viewers. All of these things matter, and you need to consider them before you decide to start streaming. But just as it is with most things, you need to maintain a healthy balance. Little bits of introspection can prove immensely useful in terms of self-improvement, but too much self-doubt can mentally chain you and prevent from ever engaging in any kind of new and exciting activity. You will never know how appealing you are to your potential audience until you try. So grab the Roxio Game Capture HD Pro and embark on a streaming journey with your head held high. Easy and accessible software. While the process of streaming your own gameplay and capturing videos may seem somewhat straightforward to a lot of gamers out there, saying the same about video editing would be a bit of an exaggeration. Number 2. StarTech.com 1080p 60 FPS capture card. Become a broadcaster. Naturally, the idea of being able to attract an audience and even possibly make a living out of streaming video games allures millions of gamers all over the world. Problem is, some people consider the point of view streaming to be the only option when it comes to sharing a video gaming experience, and that form of streaming includes at least one potential obstacle too great for some to overcome. The thing with POV streams is they are only good as the host of the channel, and in order to attract an audience with these kinds of streams, the said host is going to have to be able to stand out among a huge crowd of potential competition. Those people often feel like they don't possess enough redeeming qualities in order to attract an audience with their personality or their gaming skills. Now, whether that is true or not is up to debate, but the good thing is, there's another category of streams that do not place such a huge burden on the host of the channel, and that is broadcasting streams. The idea of these streams is often intertwined with cybersports, since they're usually presented in a way of broadcasting professional matches between two teams or individuals in a competitive video game. The benefit of these kinds of streams to a host is that the burden of entertaining his audience partially lies on the players, and the option of not having to focus on your own gameplay can often provide a great relief to those streamers that aren't especially proficient at multitasking. So if you don't feel like sharing your own gameplay with the viewers, but you still want to build an audience and potentially make a living broadcasting video games, the StarTech Game Capture device is more than capable of lending you a helping hand. Fast and adaptive solution. Number 1. Elgato USB 3.0 External Capture Card. Share your gaming experience. There are many different forms that shape the idea of live streaming, but when it comes to gaming, the majority of streams could be divided into two categories. The first category belongs to the so-called point-of-view streams. The general idea of these types of streams is rather simple. You have one person playing some video game and sharing this whole experience with his audience. Some streamers may interact with their viewers and provide a constant flow of commentary in order to enrich this experience. You can generally divide point-of-view streamers into two different categories, the ones that are incredibly good at the games they're playing and those that attract an audience thanks to their natural charisma, sense of humor, or any other kind of entertainment value. The streamers of the first type are generally able to draw a substantial viewer base thanks to the educational value of their content, since watching people that are exceptionally skilled at your favorite game can greatly improve your own ability and understanding of whatever game in question is. The second type of point-of-view streamers may not boast an exceptional skill when it comes to video games, but they are still capable of attracting a sizable audience thanks to a variety of other potential redeeming qualities, be it their exceptional sense of humor, the uncanny ability to interact with their viewers, or simply their larger-than-life personality. Now, whether you consider yourself to be skilled at video games or capable of attracting an audience by other means, you'll still need a capture card in order to share your gaming experience, and the Elgato Game Capture HD60 should serve as a great starting point in achieving that goal. Twice the regular frame rate. When it comes to streaming and game capturing, the important things to consider are supported resolutions and available frame rates.